The story starts with Minato Namikaze, huffing while sweat dripping down his face. Roshi, the Jinchuriki of the Four Tails, Son Goku, and Han, the Jinchuriki of the Five Tails, Kokuo, are about to launch their tailed beast balls. Roshi warns the Team 6 that if they want to fight with them, they better bring 9 tails, Jinchuriki. Jiraiya, who is the leader of Team 6, yells, seeing the Biju bombs. Jiraiya orders his team that they are retreating for now. Minato, who is also a member of his team, acknowledges him saying, "Yes, sir." Han's eyes turn wide as he is about to launch the Biju bomb. Same goes for Roshi. A boom sound can be heard as the two launch their tailed beast balls pointing towards Jiraiya, Minato, and the rest of the team. The tailed beast balls are approaching them, while Jiraiya protects his team by standing in front of the rest. A technique called Flying Raijin Jutsu is performed by Minato. The balls hit the ground, causing a massive destruction. However, the team is safe as they have teleported. Dakai, a member of team, is unable to comprehend the situation and exclaims, "Did we die? Is this afterlife?" Another member of the team tells Dakai to relax as they are fine, because Minato's Flying Raijin simply teleported them away. Jiraiya calls it a close call. Minato, seeing the Biju's power, muses that she has got one of them inside her too. His eyes have care for her. The girl he is talking about is Kushina. In Konoha, Kurama Fox, the nine-tailed beast, comes into Kushina's dream saying, "Hey new vessel, I can feel your fears and reservations, do you understand? You are even more shackled than I am." At the moment, Kushina suddenly wakes up from the nightmare with her eyes turned wide when the nine-tailed beast provoke her to free it. Kushina, after waking up, is jolting from fear and huffing roughly. The huffing sound is so loud that it is echoing in her whole room. Kushina looks at the photo of Lady Mito, the master of sealing jujutsu, and tells her that she saw the same dream. Outside from her room's window, she can see the old same view of village. Kushina then looks toward 2 people wearing masks, exclaiming that the usual 2 keepers are there as her bodyguards. Kushina gets out of her bed and stands in her balcony with the 2 keepers following her. She asks the keepers that, what is on schedule today? She asks them that doesn't she have sealing jutsu training with Namikaze Minato? Before she could receive a response, she is distracted by a sound. She sees a butterfly who is freely flying in the air. She reaches at her window and looks at the butterfly clattering near her window. The butterfly flies from there to far away, while Kushina still watches it from her window. Watching her, one of the 2 keepers remind her that she must not go outside the barrier. Kushina, hearing this, muses to herself that she has been told the same line over and over. In annoyance, she exclaims, "I know." As she sees Minato, she wonders when she will ever get to be alone with Minato with her bodyguards watching her at every step. Kushina tells Minato that she promises to go all out again today. Kushina then says, "You pick up things real quick, Minato, as there are still tons of Uzumaki clan's sealing jutsu we haven't covered yet." Before she could say anything, Minato says, "Sorry, Kushina." Kushina is unable to comprehend and is left confused. Clearing her confusion, Minato says, "I want to practice a different jutsu elsewhere today. I only came to tell you that." Kushina, hearing this, yells, "What kind of jutsu?" Minato, seeing her anger, can only remain quiet, waiting for her to calm down. Kushina looks in anger at Minato, who is not ready to reveal the kind of jutsu. Kushina then asks him that where he is going to practice. Minato replies, "Training ground 3. Kushina asks Minato that there is some jutsu he can't tell her about. Minato tells her that it is not like that. The jutsu is still unfinished and pretty dangerous, and because of that reason he does not want her to get hurt. Kushina in annoyance says it is fine. Minato, seeing her annoyance, is concerned. Kushina yells at him, saying if he does not want to spend time with her, just say so instead of making excuses. Minato tries to tell her that's not the case. While he is trying to convince her, they are interrupted by the members of his Team 6. Kushina looks in confusion at them. Jiraiya tells Minato that they need to report their mission to Lord Third. Jiraiya says, "Don't you make Team 6 wait." Another team member says, "Want to invite Minato afterward?" Replying, another team member says, "Do you think he will come?" Minato realizes that he needs to go and his team is saying the right things. Kushina tries to stop him, but he rushes saying sorry and hoping to meet next time. One of the two keepers hold Kushina as she tries to run behind Minato. Minato joins him, Team 6. While Kushina is being held by the keeper, she looks at the ground below. On the ground is a line drawn as if it is a boundary for her, and if she steps any farther, she will be outside the barrier. A shadow of a girl can be seen inside the window, walking continuously. The girl is Kushina. Kushina, who is unable to follow Minato because of the barrier, remembers her predecessor, Lady Mito's words. When Kushina was a child, Lady Mito said to her, "We came here as 9 tails vessels, but first and foremost, find love to fill your vessel with." She remembers the time when Lady Mito, an old lady, caresses Kushina's hair and tells her if she finds love, then, even if she makes the sacrifice and become 9 tails Jinchuriki, she will be able to be happy. Hearing what she just said, child Kushina is left in surprise at the word love. Lady Mito once again told her that she heard it right, and tells her that she won't find love if she just waits around for it. Kushina is still unable to fully understand her words. Lady Mito stands up from her bed and tells Kushina to come with her. She opens the door and takes Kushina out of the bedroom. Seeing them out of the room, one of the two keepers says, "Lady Mito, you should be resting." Lady Mito replies that there is something she wants to show the child. As Kushina stands holding the door, Lady Mito says that it won't take long. Kushina returns back from her thoughts, feeling a sense of determination remembering those words. Kushina produces sealing chains jutsu from her hands. The keepers yell, not able to understand what is happening. The keepers are found lying on the floor with Kushina's sealing chains wrapped around their bodies. One of the two keepers yell, "Haru up and undo it." The other one replies, "I can't unravel it." The keepers exclaim that her power to bind is getting stronger as she is getting older. Kushina rushes towards the sealing barrier, huffing and panting. She is about to step out of the sealing barrier but stops. While still huffing, she can see people around her and is confused on whether to step out or not. Kushina gazes at the sealing barrier. Her wide-open eyes close. The next moment, she steps out of the sealing barrier. Kushina is feeling a sense of relief that she is finally out of the barrier. However, following this, the 9-tail beast inside her speaks up. It laughs at its Jinchuriki's foolishness and says yes, that is the spirit. Kuruma Fox says, "You Uzumaki clan ninja are prideful of your swirly seal's power, but it has used you as much as you have used it, and know you are trapped and drowning in the spiral of time." The Kuruma Fox that is sealed inside her says, "I am the only one who can free you from those who did this to you, and don't forget your hatred. Do not trust anyone." On one side is Kuruma's eye, and on the other side is Kushina's fearful eye. Kushina puts her hand on one of her eyes and tries to control the beast inside her. Meanwhile, Minato, who went for training of a new jutsu, is seeing wheezing and huffing. He is in a training ground covered by trees all around with his team. Jiraiya, who is helping Minato with the training, exclaims that the chakra is either a dud or discharges early, and it is just not stable. Minato, who is tired and sitting on the ground, expresses that it is so difficult to control. Jiraiya puts his hand on Minato's hair and exclaims, "I have heard that when you need chakra, it helps to match rotations with the direction of whirl of your hair, so perhaps that is what it is." Minato, who is extremely tired, replies, "That is a folktale, right?" Jiraiya observes the direction of spiral in Minato's hair and says, "Not necessarily. I always visualize needing a chakra in a clockwise direction and my whirl twists right." Minato asks him then, "What about mine?" Jiraiya looks confused looking at Mianto's hair. Minato asks him what is wrong. Looking at his hair, Jiraiya says that he has got 2 whirls, one in each direction, leaving Minato shocked as he yells, "What?" Minato asks him, "Then how should I knead?" Jiraiya replies that he has no idea and tells him to take a break. Minato brings an ice pop, slits it into half and asks Minato which half does he wants. He sits on a rock alongside Minato. Minato replies, "It does not matter." He then looks at Jiraiya and says, "If both are the same." As he says so, he understands something and rushes. Jiraiya asks him, "Don't you want an ice pop? I am going to eat both." Minato does not stop and replies, "That is the key, Master Jiraiya." Minato has got an inspiration, and he decides to knead the chakra equally in both directions. Jiraiya throws the two's ticks on ground after eating the ice pops. He, while cleaning his mouth, exclaims, "I have also heard having two whirls is a sign of genius. What an incredible grasp on ninjutsu." Minato has finally created the chakra. The chakra has taken form, however he is confused what he should call it. Minato says that he should call it Ice Pop-inspired Nimbus Jiraiya Twin Whirl Sphere. Hearing the name, Jiraiya says that it is stupid long and calls Minato's taste in naming poor. Minato says, "Really?" Jiraiya then replies, "Well, in any case, you have completed the first stage of developing a new jutsu." Jiraiya then tells him that he has another mission which will leave him alone for a bit, but he tells him to rest while he is gone. Jiraiya asks Minato if he understood. Minato affirms, saying, "Yes, sir." Minato's water bottle is resting on a rock. He is about to grab the bottle to put in his bag. At that moment, he notices someone hiding behind the tree. He realizes the girl and says, "What are you doing here, Kushina?" He then asks her it is okay that she is here. Kushina comes out and she looks happy. She pretends that Lord Third Hokage gave her special permission to go outside the barrier. Minato finds it great and says that he did not see her guards with her. Kushina tells her to not mind that. She then says sorry to him for yelling at him earlier. Minato, however, looks confused, his eyes wide open. He then lowers his gaze and exclaims, "No, I am the one who should apologize as I broke my promise." Kushina looks at him with surprise and says, "That jutsu just now, you are working hard to hone it?" Minato questions her, did she see that? Kushina affirms yes. Minato stays silent for a moment. He then speaks up saying, "I wanted to perfect that jutsu bad enough to even cancel our appointment together." Kushina does not utter a single word. Minato continues that it is a jutsu he is crafting to project her. Kushina looks confused as asks him what does he mean. Minato explains to her, "We are in the middle of a war, and we don't know when you might be sent to the battlefield. That is why I wanted to give you a new jutsu that is specialized for battles against Biju and Jinchuriki, and works in concert with your own Jinchuriki chakra volume." Minato expresses his care that he does not want to lose her. Kushina gazes at him, showing concern for her. The nine-tailed beast starts to force its chakra out of Kushina's body. Kushina is unable to control it. Seeing Kushina, Minato yells in concern, "What is wrong, Kushina?" Minato in shock realizes that this is bijufication. Kushina is unable to control the force of nine-tailed beats, and it triggers the tailed beast formation of her body, kicking Minato hard in the process. Minato is sent knocking off in the air, colliding on the ground, inflicting some wounds. Kushina shouts in concern, "Minato!" The Kuruma fox exclaims, "I told you to not trust anyone, he will eventually come to use you." The fox goads Kushina to undo all its seals, and doing so, she will be freed from pain. Fear drips down Kushina's face as she looks at the fox. Kuruma warns her that if she does not do so, it will possess and kill her. The fox suddenly feels a jutsu restraining it from doing anything while Kushina splats on the ground. The fox realizes it is sealing jutsu that is restraining its attempts, but is unable to figure out who has casted it. It is Minato who has casted the jutsu. Minato comes to Kushina's aid, puts his hand and activates a jutsu yelling, "Kushina, wake up!" With all his fingers, he taps hard on Kushina's stomach area. Kuruma Fox, seeing him, muses that the brat is not even of the Uzumaki clan, and yet he is augmenting the tetragram seal in his own style. A most powerful shinobi ranking alongside First Hokage Hashirama. Unbelievable. Kuruma Fox, seeing Minato's concern, exclaims that, "Why is a shinobi fussing over this lass?" Minato replies, "I like strong people, people stronger than me." He holds Kushina tight and finally confesses, "That is why I love Kushina." Kushina regains consciousness hearing this. Minato yells that he won't let Kuruma have her. Kushina remembers her past, a whorl painted on the ground. Beside it are standing Lady Mito and child Kushina. Lady Mito says, "The Uzumaki clan is now scattered and we have lost everything. A clan whose members won acclaim as shinobi with proficient life force and sealing jutsu from attuning themselves to swirling air currents." Lady Mito continues, "Our power became fodder for war, sinking us, and now our very existence is danger of being sealed by those eddies. But our power brought about stability. This house, and the family crest jutsu formula on its floor, strengthens the sealing strength of Jinchuriki when combined with the one outside. Child Kushina asks, "Am I really going to host Nine Tails?" Lady Mito says, "You are a strong child even to me. You have much more lustrous red hair than me." Lady Mito puts her hand on Kushina's head. Kushina asks her, is this what she wanted to show her? Lady Mito tells her that it is above them. Child Kushina looks above in confusion and sees a spiral staircase. Lady Mito corrects her, saying, "No, it is a rasen, a helix, a helical staircase." Lady Mito then tells her to climb it. Child Kushina once again confirms if she is saying her to climb the rasen. Both climb the rasen. Lady Mito tells her that a spiral is flat and fixed. The Uzumaki forms remain unchanging, but a helix is three-dimensional. Even if it feels like you are just going in circles, your attitude slowly changes, as does the scenery. They continue climbing with Kushina ahead of her. Kushina wonders what is at the top. Lady Mito exclaims that at the top is thing that is inside her vessel, the reach at the top. Looking at the surroundings, Kushina is in awe of it and exclaims, "Is this?" Lady Mito tells her that whenever it is difficult, I always come here and look up. Kushina asks her, is this the inside of her vessel? Kushina asks her, is not this person your... but pauses in between. Lady Mito says that is right. She then tells her that they may be inside a spiral, but if she has the will to climb, she should be able to find love. And once she does, the spiral shall become a helix. Lady Mito looks at Kushina from behind and expresses that it would be nice if she manages to see a different view one day. "Yes, ma'am," says Kushina. She closes her eyes, and then opens her eyes, and she is back into reality, out of her thoughts, fully conscious. Thinking back to Mito's words and hearing Minato affirm his love for her, Kushina unleashes her chains on the tailed beast. The beast is fully wrapped in Kushina's chains. Kushina expresses that she is capable of resisting too. Minato shouts, "Kushina!" He looks at Kushina, unable to comprehend what just happened. Kushina too looks at him. Minato realizes that she has managed to regain consciousness. Kushina looks at the beast and shouts, "Minato!" Minato says, "Let's do this together." The beast is trying hard to unravel the chains. Kuruna Fox tries hard and finally unravels the chain, throwing Kushina backward. Minato tries attacking the beast as the two come face to face. Enraged by the two's efforts, the Nine Tails forces Kushina to undergo version 2, piercing Minato in the abdomen, splashing blood. Kushina, unable to control the beast, yells, "Minato! You have done enough!" Kushina tells him to run and get away from there. With Minato's abdomen pierced, he is wheezing and huffing but tells her that he won't leave her. Minato says, "I would never leave you." Seeing his worse condition, tears flow down Kushina's eyes. Kuruma Fox yells at Minato, "Release your sealing hand, this one is my human pillar and you are irrelevant." Minato says, "No, you are wrong." Kuruna Fox is confused at his words. Minato, with his eyes closed, exclaims that he can sense it. Kushina remembers Lady Mito's words. "We came here as Nine Tails vessels, but first and foremost, find love to fill your vessel with. Then, even if you make the sacrifice and become Nine Tails Jinchuriki, you will be able to be happy." Kushina understands the meaning of her words. Minato yells, "I exist inside Kushina at all times." Kushina, too, makes herself ready to attack the beast. In this way, Minato manages to enter into Kushina's mind world and attack the fox with his new technique, assisted by her. While attacking the beast, he yells, "I will never let you have Kushina." Minato wakes up in the hospital. His sight catches the attention of a medical sign, and he realizes that he is in the hospital. He has Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Kushina at his side. Kushina shows her care for Minato, while Minato likes her concern for him. The others look at them. After a few days, in the village, Kushina and Minato are seen walking. Kushina exclaims, "We can finally start training again." She then talks about the jutsu from that day. She says, it looked really similar to the chakra sphere Nine Tails was trying to use. She questions him that how he came up with it. Minato replies that he got to see a Jinchuriki's chakra sphere firsthand on the battlefield, and he used that as a reference because he wanted to give her a jutsu that would help her stand up to other Jinchuriki. Minato tells her that he calls the jutsu the Ice Pop-inspired Nimbus Jiraiya Twin Whirl Sphere. Kushina yells at him, saying that is awful and way too long. Minato asks her that she thinks so. Kushina asks him that the jutsu is for her, so can she name it? Minato replies, I guess so. Kushina asks her to come with her as she has the perfect place to think it over. She brings him to the place Lady Mito showed her long ago. They go upstairs. On reaching at the top, Minato says, Wow, I never knew such a place existed. Kushina looks at the butterfly. The butterfly is flying near Minato's hand, who gazes at the butterfly. Kushina suggests Rasengan for the name of the new jutsu. Kushina looks at Minato's face lining up with those on the Hokage rock, as he exclaims the name Rasengan, expressing that he likes it.